everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to our second series of the 5 love languages of children today. So I'm Delphine here. I'm a working mom of 3 love languages. So with me, I have Jennifer, plus our
Hello.
special invited guest, Lucy. So Lucy is actually a very amazing and strong mom who is also an online digital entrepreneur. So we have invited her on this second series for her to share how she had incorporated the love languages on her boy and built the amazing bond with her boy. So let's welcome Lucy. And Lucy, do share with us and our audience more about yourself.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Luciana. People will call me Lucy. Yeah, I'm originally from Indonesia. I live in Singapore now. So I'm a full-time working mom. I have a lovely one boy, which is 7 years this year. And I also online digital entrepreneur. Yeah, that's me.
Thanks,
Yeah, thank you.
Lucy. Okay, let's move on to our topic for today's series, which is the 5 love languages of children. Just
Yeah.
wondering if there is any moment during your parenthood that you wish that you could actually give your child more expression of their love languages, and what was your struggle then when you try to implement or understand their love languages?
Yeah, okay. Uh, Actually, to be honest, right, when you say about the love languages, to be honest, last time I really don't know what is it about. And until I practice it myself, and actually it's happened to me. Yeah. So
Oh,
maybe you don't mind if I say I share a little bit about my
yeah, yeah.
story so that
Sure,
you
sure,
know
sure.
what things that is really relate to these five love languages that is happened to me or experience with my my life. Yeah. So
Mm.
actually, it started with my son when he was born, and then actually during like 4 months, 6 months that time, I noticed that something is different with him. So we went to see the PD for every month, and then they suggested to me that okay, why don't you just go to the specialist, to check further that what happened to your son is because I noticed that my son at that time really cannot sit independently, I would say, cannot even stand. Don't say about walking, right, or learn how to walk, or don't say about talking. So when you say cannot talk means like even mama, papa, where the basic that how's the baby will say or will call you, right? So I see there is something different with him. So I decided to bring him to the specialist. At that time is I went to the private one because of my concern that I worried something happened to him. And the doctor actually diagnosed him with soft muscle at the time. So it's like the hand and the leg, I think is quite weak. And then actually the doctor mentioned that it might have a low chance for him to recover or even like for him to be able to walk. But of course, at that time it's like uh, we don't know what to do or we don't know how to react. But the doctor um, advised us to go through all the therapies, like occupational therapies, speech therapies, or physiotherapists. So we went and engaged all the therapists to regularly lah. So at that time, at the same time during that period, we also noticed that with his eyes, so it's something wrong with his eyes because of the alignment suddenly go off one of the eyes. So on the 18 months that time, he need to go through the eyes operation to correct the alignment of the eyes. Yeah. So times go by, then at that period, actually is a peak of my career. So you see when I get the baby, it's a happy moment. Get the job, then there's a career that is promising. Like yeah, can be promoted. By certain period, there's a promising there that you can grow at the company. But of course, when the news break and then say that my son like that, right? So I think I need to give up something. I need to give up my job in order for me to concentrate on him, while I'm looking for another job which is not so taxing. Then I don't need to work for so many hours in the day. So I go and follow him for all the therapies, and I attend the early intervention school, uh, so that I can learn how to be able to understand him. Although it's a 9 month at that times, but by the time go to 1 year, 2 years, I need to understand what he want and how he react whenever communicate with me. So I always think that how can I help him. So in order for me to understand him, when I attend the therapist or the session, right? So it's the teacher also will teach me how to communicate with him, and eventually actually it's really connect with all these 5 languages. That is really like the sharing for the topic today. So yeah, it's really actually love language actually is about deep connection, authentic connection between people in any of the people in your life. So as a parents, of course, we love our children, but do we know how our children feel our love when we love them? So this is where the 5 languages come in, take part into all in our life, because every child, right, actually has a special way of receiving their love. So as for me, because I go through all these therapy things, how he grow, how in his daily development, right? So like the first thing that I would like to share about the one of the love languages is a word of affirmation. All right. So because through the therapies that I go through, and when he did every single step or every improvement that he did, right? For example, like because last time he cannot even walk at all, right? So we need to train him in terms of walk in a block, or maybe in a trampoline jump to strengthen his muscle. So I would encourage him to say that good job, I really proud of you. I can see that you are working very hard. So these are the word of affirmation that I give to my son, that to assure him that someone here, your mom is here, is really to be there, and to assure you that you you are doing good job in your practice. Yeah. So another love language is a physical touch. Yeah. So I think all children actually, to be honest, need a physical touch. Yeah, it's not saying that maybe some of the people maybe have a caregiver, have a helper to take care, but eventually as a parent, I think uh, we need to have a physical touch with our children. This is one of the love language that I would like to share. Like for my son, right, he will hug me, every day. Then walking also still holding my hand. Yeah, because I think he knows that. Don't you agree? I mean, I don't know
Yeah, yeah,
about,
yeah. Agree.
yeah, regardless
Definitely,
of
yeah.
any age. I would say regardless of any age, I think they will love you to hold their hand, and then maybe pat on their back, or maybe like when bigger that time, maybe you can just hug your children while walking, right?
On the
I mean,
Yeah.
this
shoulder,
is
yes.
yes, correct. So this
Yes.
is another love language that it does connect with me lah. So
Yeah.
another love language that I would like to share is about the quality time. So because of my experience, to me is family is number one, and quality time is very important for me, because the time that I spend, and when I watch him and play together, involved in whatever activity that he did, right? So with this, I also learned how to do the eye contact with him, because last time, before the operation that time, right, for his eyes, because of the alignment, I learned that actually when I talk to him, I need to lower down myself and be eye contact with him when talk to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm being taught that you don't allow your children talk to your children from your above. Then for the children to look up to your parents lah. So you need to be have a equal when
On
you
the same
communicate.
level.
Eye
Yeah,
level. Yeah,
correct.
he got eye
So
level.
this is the
Yes.
thing that I learned as well, and I also need to be pay attention to details. Yeah. So during my quality time with him, actually I don't really use my phone, uh, regardless lah of anything lah, because he will notice that if let's say I concentrate on my phone without concentrate on him, it will reflect another way of thinking. Yeah. So this is for me my personal view lah. And then in terms of another love language that I would like to share is act of service. Why I say that act of service also is part of my this love language is because uh, for me I will do like housework together. He will help me to pick up all the clothes, you know, when dry ready. Then I mean, besides teaching him in terms of the life, you know, those daily life, but I also want to help him that these are the things that he can do at home, you know, that we can do it together. So last time because he has a difficulty in terms of like maybe wearing clothes or wearing shoe, wearing socks. So I will tell him that I will help you, so you don't worry, you know, because the moment that no one there to help or no one there to assure him, right? So he will feel different. So for me, I need to assure that to him that I will help you in anything that you do. Yeah, in any difficulty that he face. So another last one that I would like to share is about receiving gift. Of course, receiving gift, you know, it's not about okay, whatever toys you want, you tell me, I will go and buy, you know. But it's not that. But to me, it's because on certain special occasion, of course, I will celebrate like his birthday. Of course, I will, you know, buy gift for him, right? But another way of recognize his effort, every single step that he did, or you know, achievement that he did, or any milestone that he, for example, like now he can, you know, last time when he just a few years old, he find it difficult to open the cap of the water bottle. You know, these are one thing that sample lah. But other kids don't have any issue, right? Like open is very easy, open close. But for him, it's difficult. But to me, is celebrating his milestone and not so much about the reward, but you know, I appreciate that his effort, and then yeah, because you are doing good, you achieve certain achievement, you know, the milestone. That's why I reward him with something lah. Yeah. So it is a part of my life that I would like to share with everyone here. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this is so amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucy, because it's like, you know, having you to be always there for your child at every milestone, and you know that how important it is for you to be with him. You know, this
Yeah.
is truly something that, you know, is amazing. Yeah, I mean, it is like, um, because you're already a full-time working mom, right? And yet you
Correct.
have to take care of your child, and you know he really needs your time attention. I mean, your time would already be quite fully filled up. Then
Mm.
what makes you decide to then want to venture onto this online business? You know,
Yeah.
so when you started this online business, then what actually do you want to achieve from this?
Yeah.
Maybe you can share with
Uh,
us. Yeah.
yeah. To be honest, I will never think about uh join any entrepreneur world. Don't say about the online business, but because of the my experience, you know, my experience uh with him, although until now, right, he can walk, he can jump, he can go to school, you know, there's no issue. But the appointment or regular review with the doctor, I still need to go and visit the doctor. I still need to go and bring him to check up. So these are still a cost expenses, extra expenses compared to other people. Maybe other people spend lesser is because go to the tuition center or wherever, maybe it's cheaper compared to how I spend, last time during the therapies. But
Yes.
last year is really hit us very hard. Although me and my husband full time working, right? But because during the COVID pandemic that time, my husband experienced a pay cut twice on the same year. So I was
Okay.
thinking, I cannot just sit down and do nothing because the expenses still ongoing. Then
Yeah.
how am I going to support my son? Because
Yeah.
Mm.
his medical, his review is still ongoing. And although my lifestyle, maybe I can change my lifestyle to be simple one. Okay, don't spend so much, don't shop so much, like last time, right? But how much can you save? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why I decided to look for something, and
Mm.
coincident that at that time I screen through my Facebook news feed, then I saw the advertisement about this online business. So eventually I just curious, I just want to find out what is it, because it's never known to me, or maybe I don't want to find out more last time because it's really like I don't need it, or maybe it's not for me anyway. But because last year, the tough time that come, I think I cannot just sit down and do nothing. So I really go through and check it out, whether it's a scam or not, or is it something for me or not. But eventually, yes, like I never expect that I can join this online business because with the affordable startup capital, anyone can do. Don't say about that because without IT knowledge, I will just need to use my phone to run the business. And
Mm.
also, what amazed me truly is because they mentioned at the beginning that once you have this business, you can build your legacy and then you can pass down to my son, which is
Yes.
come to me directly because I really need to help my son. Otherwise, how?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
think
Okay.
it's really connect to me so much until like I really don't know what to say. Like, hey, it's
Mm.
just right for me, and it's just right time lah to me to join
Yeah.
this online business. Yeah,
Like what
yeah,
Lucy was sharing, maybe it's really time because the situation at home has changed, and then you
yes,
still needed to have the ongoing expenses for your child's medical fees,
yeah,
etc. So, yeah, I mean, so it's good that at least you are open to exploring other opportunities. So it's really amazing and very inspiring to hear from Lucy. And
yeah,
personally, I really salute you for, taking the courage to take control of your future with real actions, right? Because you know you need to do something and you take action about it. Yeah,
yeah,
and that's how all of us are, in a way, quite like-minded in this community
yeah,
because we all want a better future for ourselves, for our children, and for our
yeah.
family.
Mm,
Yeah. So before I end this, maybe I also like to take the opportunity to share with everyone.
mm,
So if you want to be like us, to start building a family for your future, so you can have more time with your children and yet not worry about the money, maybe you can come and chat with any one of us.
yes,
You can also sign up for our complimentary webinar that the webpage are all indicated here. Yeah. So maybe before we end, I'd like to thank Lucy again for coming online here live to share your experience with us. Thank you for being such a strong and
Yeah.
brave mommy.
yeah. It's my
Yes,
pleasure.
yeah. So with this, I thank everybody,
Mm,
for watching us live and watching us on the replay, whichever it is. Thank you once again. And we like to invite you to tune in with us next Thursday on the 16th of September at 6:30 p.m. We have another session with another very special mom. So thank you for watching. And till then, stay safe, everyone.
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Lucy. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.